Our next guest broke into the national comedy scene back in 2013, opening up for Steve-O and Tom Green, the original pranksters in Las Vegas. He closed down the Riviera. He won so much money they had to shut it down. My good friend and yours, he's a one-man documentary filmmaker, and he's with us this morning. We'll tell you about where you can find all of his stuff.
Yes, and like it says on his website, there's only one unknown star with a resume so robust, Tom Garland. Welcome.
Thank you.
Good to see you, my friend.
I appreciate you quoting my website at me to start this out.
Yeah,
that's great. I wonder who wrote that. That's
Your wife.
wonderful. Yes, probably my wife. Yes.
Behind us here, we've got a lot we're going to talk about. I want to talk about your project. I want to talk about your stand-up, but we've decorated the set with this little project, which was I don't mean to disparage it. It wasn't a little thing. It was just something that kind of started as a hobby, and holy cow, look at where it's at now.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, and that looks great. That's so cool. I appreciate you guys having me here. The film that's behind you is called Arcade Gamer, The True Story, and it's a movie that I've filmed over the last year or so. It's a documentary, and it's about two local video game guys that are local to Iowa. One is Jordan Dorrington. The other one's name is Matt McGill. And it starts with Jordan, and Jordan has the world record in Galaga, like the old school Galaga. He plays on a stand-up arcade machine for 14 hours. The machine is in his kitchen, and he beats the world record. And so I'm friends with him from high school, and I thought there needs to be a movie about this Jordan. And so I just start filming him every weekend and following his story. And then he gets really into the original Donkey Kong, where you climb up the ladders and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
And Matt joins us, and Matt is an expert at Donkey Kong, and this all leads to a tournament in Arkansas where they go fight for the gold, or as much gold as you can muster up. Couple little Mario coins maybe.
Well, and the cool thing about this, if you sit and watch it, you're going to see downtown Cedar Rapids, because it's filmed here. You see our building in the background. You see Scott Sable in this film as well.
Yep, which is great, which I did not get any permission to use, so I hope that that's...
Ask for forgiveness.
So today, when I'm on this show, this is legally, we're all bound to the movie now.
It's all under the everyday umbrella. It's fine. So
no, I appreciate it. And this is, obviously, you can see here the trailer and some of the footage from the film, and we just had the best time filming it. But yeah, we tried to show Iowa in a new light, and it was, like you said, it was a one-man band project in terms of, like, I shot it, I edited it, I directed it. But I did bring in a producer at the end. The guy's name is Don Chernagel, who's out of Waterloo, and Don kind of executive produced it and helped me take the ball to the finish line, get it distributed. And Don and I are working on another film right now called Huskies. That's a PG basketball movie that's more of a narrative, and that's been shooting in Waterloo on the weekends. So back busy with another one.
So not a documentary, or
that one is not a documentary. No, this one was the Arcade Gamer. Huskies is more of a narrative story that Don wrote.
Are you going to be in it?
I am in it. I play a fat, mean middle school basketball coach. So I break clipboards and eat sandwiches, and yeah, it was a fun thing for me.
And not to give it away, but if you follow what Tom does on social media, there's a few other, again, well-known faces that are going to be a part of this one you're doing too.
Yeah, there was, I can talk about that. Dan Gable cameoed in it. Gary Rima of You and I journalism fame. Oh baby, he's in it. So that was cool. We've got about 100-person cast right now that's in it. So it's a big small film.
It's a big small film.
It's an indie film, you know, but it's obviously not. It's not Marvel, but it's Iowa, which is cool. And we're trying to again show Iowa in a different light, and it's been a lot of fun to work on.
And back to Arcade Gamer really quickly. How can people watch that?
They can watch it on Amazon. You can rent or buy it on Amazon. I got corrected the other day. I said, it's on Amazon Prime, and someone was like, it's not actually on Prime if you have to rent or buy it. It's not free.
I didn't know that.
So you go on your Amazon app, and you can rent it for as low as 99 cents.
Oh, that's worth it.
Yeah.
That's worth it. And here's the other thing. We're just talking about one part of your life. It all started with stand-up. That's where you and I met years ago. 11 years ago now, at least.
Was it that long ago?
It's been that long ago.
Has it been that long since you've been on stage?
Pretty much, yeah. I think the last time I was on stage.
You're a killer, bro. We need to get you back.
No,
Tell us a joke.
My retirement fund. But seriously, this all started telling jokes, and you're still doing that, and you've got a big show coming up Friday, too.
Yeah, on Friday I'm opening for Kevin Farley. It's Chris Farley's brother, but he's been in all those movies that Chris was in. He was in Dirty Work and Tommy Boy and all that stuff, and he'll be here in Cedar Rapids at the, you can see the flyer there, at the Classic Event Center. That's in the Town and Country Shopping Center. That's classiceventcenter.com to get your tickets, and you can see me opening for Kevin with a very other funny guy named Neil Snyder, and the two of us are going to open for him, and you can see that there, and it's going to be great. The show's at 8 o'clock, doors at 7.
So, and it's got to be great to be able to have a venue that people can just come, forget about all the other stuff that's going on in the world right now, and just lose themselves in some good old-fashioned laughter and forget it all for a while.
Yeah, and you know, I toured for years, and then when I got off tour, I thought, I'll go live in Las Vegas. And then the pandemic happened after I was living in Las Vegas, and so I moved back here, and then I thought, well, I want to bring some entertainment back with me, right? And so we've been doing like one big show a month at least at the Classic Event Center, which is just a great venue. You can see me on stage there. I hope there's no audio for that, because I don't know if that's TV clean.
Trust me. We've been doing this long enough, Tom. I know when not to put sound on a tape.
That's great. That's great. Yeah.
But you've had, and again, is this something that might return in the summertime? Because I know with the wintertime, you're fighting winter weather and all that stuff.
No, I want to keep it going during the summer. I think if we do it just during the summer, even again once a month as special events, I think that's great. You know what comedy clubs do a lot is they'll do what's called summer pay. Have you guys ever heard of this? So maybe a comedy club pays you $500 to work on the weekend, right? But then on the summer, they'll be like, it's $250 because it's the summer pay, because nobody they want to go to Colonel's games and baseball stuff like that. And you're like, all right, I get it, I'll take $250.
So you did see my contract before I signed here, Chan. Okay, gotcha.
And then you'll come back in the fall, and they're like, you're still good with $250, right? And you're like, I thought that was the summer. What happened to that? So they've been really good to me, and the agent that's helping us book it out of Indianapolis is doing really good with me too. So we'll keep things going through the summer, I think, and as long as we can, as long as people in Cedar Rapids still want to laugh.
How do they follow you? How can they find you?
On me, you can find me just all over the place. You can find me, there's my website. You can find me at tomgarlandstandup.com, and you can just add my personal Facebook. I don't have like a weird page with 1 million likes or anything like that, right? So it's just Tom Garland on Facebook, and on Instagram, it's Tom Garland LV, like I still live in Las Vegas. Check out, so.
And we should mention, too, years ago, you were an intern for Scott Sable and for John Campbell in this very building.
I was. So if in the year 2008 you were on Friday Night Lights, that's because I drove 2 hours to film 10 seconds of your game and then drove back. So,
there you go.
So appreciate it.
Find him on Facebook and thank him. So always good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Come back and visit more often, too.
I'd love to.
Could you do a set for us sometime?
Could I do a joke right now? Like on the...
Well, if you want to do one right now, but next time.
You want me to do like a half hour and just close out the show?
Yeah, here, we'll flash the... No.
Get behind me and give me the light. That's good.
Dance, monkey, dance. No, we're not going to do that at this point.
I appreciate it.